Today is Friday. I thought to record a video of me driving to work the whole time. Actually, I'm already, I think, 5 minutes into the driving. Actually 10 minutes. So however long this video will be, plus 10 minutes, that's my daily commute to work for now until I move to my new home next year. So I thought it's a good opportunity to talk about things. Traffic is usually bad on Friday, so a little worse, not too much worse. So it's pretty typical for the most part. I'm getting through my first tunnel here. I passed through 2 tunnels on my commute to work and back home. And I was, before I decided to do this, I was thinking about what should I talk about, because tunnel is dark. Take my sunglasses off. Truthful to yourself. I mean, those are serious topics and matters, you know. I feel like most of us just put a mask on and go on with their daily activities, routines. I'm not sure we are all like being truthful to ourselves on a day-to-day basis. Sometimes wonder if that's the reason that I actually, before I realized it, of course, before I became conscious about this matter, they perhaps draining a lot of my energy. So, out of the tunnel now. I don't think I will miss the commute, although I tend to miss everything that I leave behind. So, why don't I talk about something like my whole life? What have I done so far, and why? So I came to the U.S. From mainland China in 2009, and that was a whole story behind that, but I'll start from there. I came here and I studied, went to college, a community college, and then apparently and obviously I had no clue what I wanted to do. So I just went to pick a subject and study. So I'm always kind of good at the science related subjects, math, chemistry, and physics and things like that. I did my
In 2 miles,
I always feel like I
76
wanted
west
to
is on the left.
enjoy art. But anyway, for practical reasons, I went for science. Anyway, back here in the US, so I went to college, studied science and stuff, majored in biochemistry for my undergrad studies. And I was thinking, what can I do with a science degree? Like a basic science. So I really didn't feel settled or going to find a work at the time of college graduation. So, and I talked to a few people. They were like, you can consider pharmacy. At the time, you can be a pharmacist. You know, a lot of chemistry. So, and I saw that's a good idea. So I went to community pharmacy to find a job as a pharmacy assistant, and I applied to pharmacy school. And luckily I got in. I studied 4 years pharmacy school, graduated in 2019. And for some reason, I didn't feel like I wanted working as a pharmacist in the retail setting.
76
and I also
west
didn't
is on the left.
feel like go ahead doing a residency, so I can work in a more clinical setting. Usually, it's preferred to have additional residency training for, say, a hospital position or a clinic. Outpatient ambulatory clinic, which preferably also requires some training, additional training. So at the time, I feel like I was so disappointed with my work in the retail pharmacy, and I kind of neglected about exploring other opportunities, other potential rules in the profession of pharmacy. So I just felt like stuck. And yeah, I graduated, I took board exams and got licensed. That all of that I did, it's just
Continue on
purely because I felt like
west.
Obligated to do it, because, you know, at that point, what other options do you have? So yeah, I just got licensed and then started working as a floater pharmacist at a grocery store pharmacy. That's where I lived in the West Coast for that first decades of my life. So I never felt like, oh, I can't believe this will be what I'll be doing for the rest of my life. Oops, picked the wrong profession, and, you know, all that daunting thoughts. And then, you know, I work in a retail pharmacy and always getting prescriptions from doctors and talking to the prescribers, and then I saw, oh, maybe I would enjoy my work if I work on the other side of the pharmacy, which is the physician's side. So that kind of, I would start with a wild thought. Due to my dissatisfaction with my work in the pharmacy, I understand not all jobs are, you know, 100% always perfect. You always have a perfect day. I wasn't even asking for that, but I just feel like most of my days, 80% or more, I just don't feel like basically I didn't feel happy about it, and I did not know what was missing. So yeah, so, and also there was another clue actually. While I was doing school, I was doing this rotation at a Costco pharmacy. You know, Costco, the wholesale place. They have pharmacy inside. So, and I did not remember anything with my, you know, pharmacy rule. I just do to get the check marks and kind of, and I just remember this lady, elder lady, came up, pick up their prescription, and she said something. She looked at me, saw my name tag, student, intern. She just looked at me like, she said, you know, I was a pharmacist for decades and I retired. I would recommend you go to medical school. And just a couple more years of extra training, it probably will be more worth it. So at the time, I thought she was crazy, but her voice kind of stuck in my head. And so, you know, anyway, I actually went ahead and studied for the MCAT, and I took the MCAT. I got a pretty average score, not the lowest, not the worst, but certainly not very competitive one. But I thought, yeah, I'm just gonna take a shot.
I-376 West.
Applied to medical schools, and luckily I got in. And it was, at the time I did not know what that means. You know, I just felt like, oh, this is great. This is another way for me to explore alternatives. This is great. So yeah, and my husband and I, we actually moved across the country. We did a whole week road trip to drive from West Coast to basically southern part of toward the East Coast, not Florida. So it's more in the middle part. And that was in 2021. So I was still working this job, you know, it's full time. Due to COVID though, the interview and everything was online, was virtual. So I thought that was good because you save the money from traveling. So although right now I'm not sure that's entirely good, because with a virtual interview, you don't have the in-person, the whole day experience with what the environment is truly like, right? You might not pick up everything about what medical school medicine is about during that one day in-person interview, but probably you will pick up a lot more than a 30 minutes online interview. But anyway, I saw that was a way out, you know. So I went to medicine, thinking that I would be more fulfilled, more happier, not more happier, like just be happy, because I wasn't in a retail pharmacy. So yeah, I just went, oh, this is another option. It's like an escape for me. So I was a lot of excitement going on. So school started in August 2021, and everything from that point, everything just went by super fast. remember the first semester, I wasn't necessarily struggling so bad academically. I was, you just study and pass test after test after test, quiz after quiz. You just study nonstop, tons of materials. You pretty much just sleep and eat and study. And even so, you still feel like not enough. You're just getting by and not really thoroughly absorbing that material. As your medical school is just a lot, too much, for a reason. You have to study that much. There's so much more to learn about human bodies and everything. So even so, honestly, we probably still just touching the surface regarding human body, human physiology, and everything. So yeah, so I just remember like sometime during the first semester, and I was like seriously wanted to leave. I'm not sure this is what I thought I signed up for, and I'm not sure I'll be happy down the road. Yeah, anyway, I just thought, it's too early to tell. Just stick around. So finished it. Second semester, finished it. I don't know. I feel like being an introvert is also very not really helping me with basically gaining a full experience. Med school experience. So
In 2 miles, I-376 west is on the left.
And then apparently I still didn't know what I want to do at the time. It's kind of crazy. You made it into medical school and you didn't know that's what you want or not. Like, I felt bad for my medical school. Like, I felt bad that I disappointed them by, leaving the profession after 18 months. But that was it. It's just the way it is. I felt sorry. But I had to move on. So yeah, I didn't really enjoy a lot of the courses I was learning. I feel like it's mostly memorization. You just have to have a good memory. Look at the material and memorize.
I-376 west is on the left.
Well, I'm pretty sure memorizing all that is a foundation, and later on you will be do more than just memorize. But memorizing is gonna be always there, so you'll have to always keep up with stuff. So, which is not a bad thing. I mean,
Proceed about
it's good
5
to know all
miles
the knowledge.
on I-376 west.
So honestly, I saw now think about it, apparently it's wrong to go to medical school for an escape from retail pharmacy, to be specific. And yeah, so second year started. We started some more mock patients encounters. So basically more, you have to do this. You have to go to those sessions and perform physical exams and interviewing patients. So I've just doing their best to train us as future doctors. I never enjoyed it. Like, I never thought about why I'm doing it. So that's the part that I started seriously thinking about. Maybe this is a huge mistake. So at the time, I also went to a few counseling sessions that our school provided for free for all the students. So I went to a few of those, and because I had such anxiety with everything, I was just losing myself. So I mean, I have suffered with, I believe I had clinical depression, at least for that period of time. Right now, I don't know, I feel better for the most part, but I was seriously depressed for a really long time, and especially during that period, and I just didn't feel right, and depressed, and have anxiety, and yeah. Anyway, second year, halfway through, and then
Continue on
got to
I-376 West.
2023 spring. That was second year, second half. It started in January 2023. So I just never felt real. Everything I was doing, I felt like I was not really in it. It's somehow my body was just going through the motion, but my heart, my mind, my inner core was not there. There's a disconnection. Like something is just missing. So I lasted, I was confused at the time. I feel like I talked to a few of my close friends in med school. They saw that I'm crazy. They just it's just how med school is. Of course, nobody supported me leaving. So they're pretty sad to hear that. But I lasted till spring break. That was around March, early mid-March. And during that week off, I finally cleared out my mind, and I decided to withdraw. So on the Monday after the break, I sent an email to our associate dean, basically a written letter of withdrawal. So, and I didn't show up to class that day. And later that day, my friend, she texted me. She said, "Hey, do you know today's class is mandatory? I didn't see you. Are you here?" Blah blah. And then I got an email from the instructor assistant asking me to contact the professor because I missed it, because they didn't have my signature for the attendance. So when I look at those, I felt like, oh, they have no clue that I'm already gone, and I still try to position my identity, reposition my identity from being a medical student to a med school dropout. It took a long time for me to fully process that feeling and that reality. It's a big decision, life decision to leave medicine. And later on I had struggles with, what if I made a mistake? What if I should have stick through and I might be, find my calling? But that kind of thoughts didn't last long. actually out of medical school 1 year and 1.5 years. So that took a lot of back and forth. At one point, I was like, maybe I should go back. Let me just email my associate dean and ask her if they can take me back. Oh, I still don't know what to do in my life. Maybe I should go back. Maybe I'll figure out. But I'm thankful that I didn't go that route. So I'm still here. I'm at peace with my current job, and I realize that it's just a job. Even it doesn't matter what you do, and I realize it's just a way to support yourself. At least for me, I don't think any work will give me fulfillment for my identity, for my inner peace and satisfaction. That kind of concept or values or whatever. So once I realized that I don't put my whole value into my work, I'm at peace with it. I'm just doing my job, paying a little contribution to the society and make a living and be at peace. And I don't think I will find purpose in my job, basically. Some people might find it unfortunate because a lot of people have their purpose in their job, in their profession. That's not a bad thing, it's nice. But for me, I realized I would never come to that point. So, and I also picture, so even if I'm still in the medicine right now, I'm probably graduating next year, graduating in 6 months. Even picturing the stage, like right now as a 4th year, I don't think I want to be in that role, and I don't think I look forward to going forward. So now that brought me to this point, the current moment. I'm pretty much at peace with my job, with my life. There's still constant dissatisfaction here and there, but that's just part of life. It can't be always 100% perfect. So, and not sure anyone will watch this video, but if anyone out there ever watched this, I hope my experience kind of is somewhat helpful for them in some way that I'm not sure how, because it all depends on how you interpret it, how you receive the much.
In 2 miles, exit 39 is on the right.
Okay, so I am about to exit, start my day, and continue to think about my life while I work. Because this job is really good for introvert because I literally don't need to talk to anyone. It's just me and do my work, and verifying, basically checking those prescriptions, and it's a closed store, mail order, so there's no retail environment whatsoever. So it gives me a lot of freedom in my mind.